Hello there.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fandom Fights. We got a very exciting fandom match for you today. We got Anthony Tisdall going up against Brigit Colwell. I'm looking forward to this. Anthony, we haven't seen in singles in a little bit, but has had some really impressive matches. Even in his losses, Anthony is someone who's very impressive. Brigit, on the other hand, has been on a winning streak. She's been playing really well in both teams and singles, even in her losses again. Like, in teams, like playing really fantastic, but singles on the uptick, won her last match. Even records here, 3-6, 3-6. I'm looking forward to it. Bill Carriola is here to co-host this one with me. Bill, how you doing, my friend? And what do you think of the matchup?
I think this is going to be a hoot. Now, Anthony will be the last person to tell you how good he is. But he is. He's very good. Brigit, also fantastic. Both entertaining, both good-looking people. I'm excited. I think this is also the first time me and you have shared a desk together. So this is fucking history, I think. I honestly don't think it's ever happened. Not once. Yeah.
I think the only thing I could possibly think is, did you, when you judge debate, was that with me?
Yeah, but this is like the first time doing a trivia.
This is like you and I have to banter and stuff.
The banter we will do. Round one's gonna be a time, kids.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. So let's get into it, starting with the promos.
Hello, I'm back again. I just keep playing, Here I am again, and a long overdue reminder: stay hydrated. Do it. Do it, you coward. Stay hydrated and watch movies. Do it. That's all.
I'm also back after God knows how long I've been gone. It's been a while. I'm in teams with John. That's fun. He creates chaos and I just exist. This should be fun. She seems fun. I've never played her before. I'm excited. I'm going to not be as hydrated. I have a nice little beverage here that is not water, but I've had plenty of water today. I'm ready for this, and I'm more ready for this. Let's do this.
Now, Bill, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you don't drink the alcohols. I feel like that's something I knew about you, but maybe
I do drink the non-alcoholic beer, though, because it doesn't taste like piss water anymore.
My wife loves that brand, The Athletic.
Yep.
Which one is that? Is that the hazy IPA?
It's the Run Wild. It's just regular. Hazy's good, too. So
she really likes the golden, just the golden ale.
Really, I mean, outside of the one, I don't think I've had a bad one from them. It's a good time, so. The
other NA I got in the house is the Stella NA. It's not that bad, actually.
Funny enough, I actually just got it. I was like, what's surprisingly good? Heineken.
Which one?
Heineken.
Oh, I like that one a lot. Anyway, enough about non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll go shopping later.
Bill's drinking non-alcoholic beer. It still tastes good. I'm drinking Captain Morgan and Coke because I'm a heathen. And Brigit's the only one here who's actually doing the right thing. So let's get into it, starting with round number 1. It is going to work like this. There are going to be 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of fandom fights. Each question is worth 1 point a piece. If you get all 10 questions correct, you're going to be issued a bonus question to you, only to you. You get 3 repeats and 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Lady and gentlemen, any questions as we get into round number 1?
Nope.
Okay, great. Let's kick this off. Bill, you want to start us off with the first question?
Sure thing. Your first question will come in the category of sci-fi icons. Which Alien film features the characters Carter Burke, Dwayne Hicks, and Newt? So we won't talk about the movies, but I will say I drink so little water that my piss is irradiated in orange.
Drink water.
That's bad.
There's water in coffee. There's water in beer. There's water on. Water on.
Not enough.
I used to
buy you a hydro flask so you drink water.
I used to not drink enough water, and now I force myself to drink water pretty much all day. I have a little bit of caffeine.
Hydrate or dehydrate.
I have a little bit of
I
caffeine right in the
caffeinate.
morning.
That's
and
what I
it.
do.
Pens down. Let's go to Brigit.
I said Alien ? It's been way too long since I've seen these movies.
And Anthony.
Aliens.
Aliens is correct. So Anthony,
I nearly put Aliens down. I was like this close.
Missed
Alas,
one letter. Just
that
one
doesn't
letter.
really matter, but I want to put that out there.
your next question is in the category of DC. Which YA director directed Constantine?
Cool.
Yes, I usually have a Diet Coke right in the morning. Then I force myself to drink 2 bottles of water. Then I do another Diet Coke. Then I usually have 1 more bottle of water, and then I hit the hard stuff.
I bought a full-on ass espresso machine because it's fucking bougie as shit in this house. So I have 2 Americanos in the morning, and then like, yeah, I'm seeing the future at that point.
How fast is your heartbeat?
Let's go to Anthony.
Scott Derrickson's a director, I think.
He is. Let's go to Brigit.
I said Francis Lawrence because he was the
Francis
only YA
Lawrence.
director I could think of.
Francis Lawrence is correct. So Brigit.
Really?
Yeah, that's correct.
Let's go!
So we are all tied up. Bill, the next question
comes in the category of creature features. How is Claire related to Zach and Gray in Jurassic World? So they've had a park, they've had a world. Where do they go from here? I think it's got to be Galaxy's the next one.
I was gonna say universe, but yeah, Galaxy works too.
Fucking dinosaurs in space.
Galaxy.
All my money would go to see that shit.
Have you ever seen Velocipaster?
Of course. Have you met me? Of course.
I figured you would have. I just wasn't sure.
I was talking to my pastor about Velocipaster.
This is wild.
Let's go to Brigit.
I said ant.
And Anthony.
Ant.
Ant is correct. So 2-2 is the score. Your next question is coming in the category of the MCU. And your question is, in Avengers Endgame, when back in 2012 New York, Bruce attempts to steal which of the Infinity Stones from the New York Sanctum? This is one of those classic when back in 2012 New York, which of the Infinity Stones does Bruce try to steal from the Sanctum questions, Bill?
How many questions did we get in before you did that? 4? Oh, 4?
Usually I try to hit at least 3 or 4, and I always usually try to go for the longer one.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah. So Velocipaster, 5 out of 5?
Absolutely.
8 out of 5. 8 out of 5. Yeah.
I have not seen it myself. I
don't recommend it for you. I'm going to tell you right now. I've seen your letterbox. It'll poison it. So.
It's crazy.
It makes no sense.
2.
In a wonderful way.
Pens down. Let's go to Anthony.
The Time Stone.
And Brigit.
I said time, and then because I got stressed, I said the green one that Dr. Strange had.
That is correct on all accounts. 3-3 is the score. What is next, Bill?
Next, we have American Spies.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Why don't you let me read the question first, then you can make some judgmental noises, kids, okay?
Let's say it's 3-3. You both are playing.
We got a long way to go. You really temper your expectations. American Spies. At the end of the Bourne identity, it is revealed that Bourne lost his memory after being injured in what way?
So what is this is going to be a tough question for you, Bill.
Sure.
But on the topic of Velocipaster, what is your favorite all-time bad movie?
Dude, I had a whole show dedicated to me making people watch these kinds of movies. I've ended 5 friendships because I made somebody watch Microwave Massacre. But
I liked Bourne.
Next one. Dude, Neon Maniacs is a great movie.
Let's go to Brigit.
I said hit on the head because that felt like a safe bet for memory loss.
And Anthony.
Because I've never seen
car
that.
accident.
Both are incorrect. He was shot.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Thinking of a different part.
And he only lost his memory, nothing else.
Yeah, he did not lose his life.
I mean, that way the film could happen. So, yeah.
Your next question is in the category of horror icons. And your question is, Halloween Kills opens on what holiday?
So, have I gotten you to watch Hard Ticket to Hawaii yet?
Oh, so
which is where
was
Molokai
that,
Cargo
that was
comes
part
from.
of the debate, right? That was a debate you did for that movie, or what? Why does that name sound so familiar?
I bring it up constantly.
Oh, it was on Logged It.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah,
that's what it was. You brought it up on. I was like, you and I have talked about this movie, but
how do you feel about toilet snakes and boobs?
Toilet snakes and boobs?
But the toilet snake is poisonous because it's contaminated from cancerous
rats.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Was Anthony also on this episode of Vlog?
Nobody watched it.
No, I had to deep cut it.
Oh, that's right. Let's go to Anthony.
I feel like Halloween. I said New Year's Eve.
And Brigit.
I said Halloween. It feels apt, but I'm afraid it might be Labor Day.
Halloween is
God damn
correct.
It is!
I
thought it might be a trick question.
I overthought that.
That was the point of the question, so I'm glad I got someone with it. Brigit takes the lead. It is 4-3. Your next question is going to come to you from Bill.
And it is in the category of everyone's favorite YA. I've seen these movies more than I've seen movies I love. In Twilight, after being hit by James, who sucks the vampire venom out of Bella's arm? Which is a sentence I said out loud on the internet on purpose.
Yeah, that's fun. The way you said, like, you've seen these movies more than the movies you love. It's funny, when I joined Fandom, like, when the pitch was given to me, like, hey, come answer questions about, like, at the time, Marvel, Star Wars, Star Trek, like, all these things that, even though there were movies I hated, I grew up with, I had seen watching, I had watched 1,000 times. Like, sure. I saw Hulk way more than any child should have. And so
I went to the theaters.
I did too.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Funny story. Next question.
Yeah. Hands down. Let's go to Brigit.
I said Jacob, and then under it I said Finley, don't hate me, because these are my best friend's favorite movies in the whole wide world.
I feel bad.
I've seen them once.
Let's go to Anthony.
This time I tried the obvious of Edward.
Edward is correct.
Okay.
I thought it might be that, but yeah.
We are all tied up once again, 4-4. Your next question is in the category of the worlds of DC. In Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Lex Luthor wants to persuade Senator Finch to help him get a license to import what?
Famously the worst film I ever saw. But anyway, so Hulk. Opening night, seeing it. We're an hour in. Fucking, there's no Hulk. Right? And there's some kid there with his dad, and this kid, loud as fuck, like, when am I going to see the Hulk? And I'm like, fucking kid, me and you, same, bud, right now.
Same, my guy. I could have been that kid.
Same thing.
5, 4, 3.
Bill is old, so you could have been that kid.
1. Pens down. I mean, I was 9 when that movie came out.
Oh my God.
Let's go to I don't remember where we're at, so we're gonna go to Anthony.
Anthony, yeah.
The Kryptonite.
And Brigit.
I'm feeling good. Kryptonite, and then under it I put Evil Superman Rock because I thought that was silly.
Kryptonite is correct. It is 5.
Let's go. I've never seen that movie.
It's gonna bite you.
What is next, Bill?
Disney animation would be next. And your question is very simply, who voices Nick the Fox in Zootopia? But anyway, so
easy.
The Hard Ticket to Hawaii, it's actually a cinematic universe. There's like 9 or 10 of these, and they get progressively weirder and awful, and I fucking love it.
Speaking of films that have 9 or 10 films in it, Nazario has been trying to get me to see the Police Academy films.
Oh, God.
Is this something I should do with my time?
No. One's good, 2's okay, and then it drops.
I mean, I grew up on them. They've aged poorly.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Brigit.
Jason Bateman, and then underneath it I put my student regularly cosplays him.
And let's go to Anthony.
How do you cosplay Jason Bateman? Jason Bateman.
Not Jason.
I think she meant the Fox, dude.
I was
It's
worried. I was
wild.
like, maybe he's just really good at being Jason Bateman.
6-6 is the score. We are still tied up. This is a great match so far, and we are to the final question of the round in the category of DreamWorks animation. And your question is, what type of dragon is toothless in the How to Train Your Dragon franchise? Are you a fan of these ones, Bill?
I've seen 0 of these movies.
Oh my God.
I'm a terrible fandom player.
So I
Except
was
you
never a
keep
huge, like, there were a few DreamWorks films like the Shreks, and I saw Madagascar in the theater, but when this came out, I was like, I don't really care about dragons. Like, I was in high school, I was like, I fucking went to see it, right? Because a girl was like, hey, come see it. And the 3D was like other than Avatar, was like the most incredible thing I ever saw in 3D. Like, so good. And this movie, the first one in 3D, was crazy.
I'll watch it one day. Probably.
One, hands down. It's very good. All three are very good. Let's go to Anthony
Night Fury.
and Bridget.
Night Fury. I have a tattoo about it, and also How to Train Your Dragon is the reason my partner and I are together. So
Oh,
That's
more
so
fun facts
cute.
for you.
I love it. It would have been really bad if you got that wrong then.
It would.
Also,
But
no
no,
extra
I've
points
got
for that.
it tattooed.
Okay.
oh, all right.
Well, I didn't know that when I wrote the question, but here we are, and now Bridget,
Does it count as cheating if I have it tattooed in my body permanently?
If I
No
got it
more
wrong,
because
then
I've
yes,
asked
I would have
Batman
counted as cheating,
questions.
but we're okay.
So
7-7 is the score, Bill. Is that what you have?
that's what I have.
All right, very close game, all tied up as we get into round number 2. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to bring in the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each player is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin, they can keep it, or they can choose to spin again, but they must keep whatever they spin the second time. Each question is worth 2 points apiece, unless you check down to multiple choice, and then it will be worth only 1 point. Stealing is available in this round, so be on the lookout. You both have all 3 repeats and your challenges intact. Any questions?
No.
Nope.
Okay, so the categories on today's wheel are DC, horror icons, criminal underworld, mixed bag, YA, Star Trek, Pixar, and worlds of DC. Anthony, we are tied, but you are the higher ranked player. Would you like to spin first or second?
Bridget, what would you like to do? Go first or second?
I don't really care.
Okay, you can go first.
Okay.
I'll go second.
Sounds
That
good.
was the most polite defer I've ever heard.
I loved it.
That's pretty
Bridget,
nice.
your spin, and it lands on horror icons.
I would like to spin again, please.
I am shocked. This is what you are stuck with, Bridget.
Look at my big surprised face.
And it lands on YA.
Oh, well, shit.
Let's go.
Wow. Okay. So here's what's
This
going to
works
happen.
out for me.
Bill is going to give Bridget her questions in the category of YA. Bill, do you see the questions?
Yeah, give me a sec. I gotta get them all into the screen, and there we go. Bridget, if you are ready for your questions in the Yahoo Alpha. YA, are you ready?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Bring it on.
I don't know
Let's
why I decided to go with the Army alphabet. All right, your first question. Which YA film features a group being given suicide pills to take in case things go wrong?
go. Mockingjay Part 2.
That's correct for 2 points. Your next question. Who plays Johanna, the former leader of Amity and the new leader of the Allegiant in Allegiant?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Viola Davis, B, Naomi Watts, C, Julianne Moore, or D, Octavia Spencer.
A.
A is incorrect. Anthony, chance for a 1 point steal. Your options are A, Viola Davis, B, Naomi Watts, C, Julianne Moore, or D, Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer.
That is correct for the 1 point
I
steal.
was bouncing between those two.
Yeah.
I hate those movies. They're awful.
Oh, they're
You're not
You
wrong.
don't.
Not wrong.
Later.
Genuinely terrible movies.
Well, here's a better
Anyways,
movie by
let's
by
go.
comparison. At the beginning of Twilight Eclipse, Victoria is reported to be building an army because of disappearances that keep happening in what U.S. city?
Ooh. Multiple choice, please.
All right. Is it A, Seattle, B, Reno, C, Oakland, or D, Boise?
A, Seattle.
That's correct for a point. All right, your penultimate question. What type of food did PETA throw to Katniss in the rain prior to becoming tributes in the Hunger Games?
Bread. A loaf of burnt bread.
It's incredibly specific.
Final
with your
answer.
points. Yeah, well, we already got it. By people.
I listened to the audio.
Take the points
all the
before you
time.
talk yourself out of it. Trust me. Your final question.
Okay.
We'll chat later, I promise.
Yes.
All right. When Teresa emerges from the elevator in the Maze Runner, who is the only person she recognizes?
Thomas.
That's correct for 2 more points.
All right. So I have Brigit getting her score up to 14, but with the steal, Anthony's at 8. Is that what you have, Bill?
That's what I got.
All right. So great round 2 for Brigit. We're going to bring back the wheel. This is going to be the spin for Mr. Tisdall. And it lands on Star Trek.
Shit. I'll try again. I don't feel terrible about it, but I'll spin again.
Okay. This is
I'm
what
gonna
you're going
regret
to be
this.
stuck with.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And it lands on Criminal Underworld.
Cool. Let's see how this goes.
All right, Anthony, I will be giving you your questions in the category of Criminal Underworld. Are you ready?
Sure.
If I can find them. There they are. Okay, your first question in the category of Criminal Underworld is, what was the first Fast and Furious film to not feature the character Dom Toretto?
Too Fast, Too Furious.
That is correct for 2 points. No pun intended. Your next question.
Well played.
Who plays Danny Ocean's friend Rusty in the Oceans trilogy?
Okay, which one's which? Brad Pitt.
That is correct for 2 points.
There's so many of them.
One could say there's like
14 of them. 13?
So 12.
11? I don't know.
Oh, no, I think it's him. Yeah, anyway. Anthony, your next question. What is the first name of Dom Toretto's real brother in the Fast and Furious franchise?
Literally just watched this one. Jacob.
That is correct for 2 points and a tie game.
Mm-hmm.
Your next question, Anthony. In John Wick Chapter 4, what card game does John play against Killa, Tracker, and Kane?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, poker, B, gin, C, bridge, or D, spades.
Let's go with the obvious. Poker.
That is correct for 1 point.
Duh.
And your final question. In 2001's Ocean's 11, Terry and Tess are attending what specific kind of event when the power goes out?
A boxing match.
That is correct for 2 more points in the clean sweep of Criminal Underworld. So, Bill, I have Anthony getting his total up to 17 to Brigit's 14. Is that what you have?
That's what I have.
All right, so we are going to get into round number 3. Here's how it's going to work. We are going to say a category. You are then going to decide whether you want to bet 0, 1, or 2 on the question. If you get the question right, you gain those points. If you get the question wrong, you'll lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions?
No. Change this round at some point. I hate this round.
Oh, we love this round here.
Yeah, I'm sure hosts love being told how to run their leagues. That's great. It's good. It's a bold strategy.
It was a suggestion, not a demand.
Your category is Marvel. Let's get bets, starting with Anthony.
I'll try one.
And Brigit.
I said 0.
Okay, your question is, In X-Men Dark Phoenix, name one of the 2 X-Men that Nightcrawler teleports inside of the damaged space shuttle with.
Oh,
You
God.
see this one in the theater, Bill?
You couldn't fucking pay me to watch this in a theater or again.
Should we look at my letterbox? See how many times I've seen this?
Oh God, I hate this movie.
I'm
really
gonna say
hate
I've seen
I
this
hate
less than
almost
5
all
times.
the X-Men just in X-Men adjacent films. It's like, how is it around for 20 years and like 2 or 3 of them are good?
I said less than 5. I've seen this movie 5 times.
Oh, my
That's
God.
right. 5.
I'm so
Four.
You
sorry.
run a league though, you have an excuse.
Yeah.
It's fine.
One
Yeah.
puts down and played in said league. Let's go to Brigit, who bet 0.
I said Wolverine because he's one of the ones I know.
And Anthony.
I guessed Cyclops.
Both are incorrect. We were looking for Jean Grey or Quicksilver. So Anthony will lose 1 point. It is 16-14, 2-point game. Bill, what's the next category?
I don't know.
Solid start.
Did I not get those? I don't think I have it.
You don't have the question, but you have the category. It's American Spies.
Okay.
Oh no.
Let's get bets, starting with Brigit.
0.
And
To the
Anthony.
surprise of no one.
Stats.
Stats only. Bill, what's the question?
All right. For your stats only, your question is, who plays Admiral James Greer in Clear and Present Danger? Apparently,
You
that's
think
a
Brigit
hilarious
knows
question.
this one, Bill?
I honestly can't tell.
Listen, I never count Brigit out of anything. But the way she chuckled when you read the question makes me think, and the way she's writing for a very long time on a stats-only question. When we ask
She writes that long for every question. Every
I know,
answer is
that's what
like
I'm
fucking-
saying.
Every answer has like a nice little underlining
It's a
of
nice essay
explaining
added
it.
to
Or...
everything. I love it.
Hands down, Brigit, let's go to you.
I've never even heard of that movie. LOL.
And Anthony.
Is this one the James Earl Jones one?
It is. James Earl Jones is the correct
What
answer.
happened to my
So,
thing?
Uh,
Oh no.
no points gained or lost. It is 16-14 still. Anthony's in the lead. The next category you can bet points on is horror icons. Let's get bets, starting with Anthony.
I have a partner for this category, 0.
And Brigit.
Stats only.
Love it. This is going
Stats
to be
only
the
once
easiest
again. Your
question in the
question is,
history of the world.
the main victim welcomes the killer inside, not realizing they had been the one killing her friends all along. In which horror icons film?
No, maybe not.
Now, hear me out.
Ah.
Next year, horror icons, Leprechaun.
I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
Dude, can you imagine someone's face having to answer a question about Leprechaun in the Hood?
I was
'Cause
literally
I
going to
can.
say, isn't there one called In the Hood?
It's
There's
so
2 of
good.
them. There's 2 of those.
There's In the
He
Hood
went
and In
back.
the Hood too?
Back to the Hood.
He went back to the Hood.
Fine.
And then he went to space,
Fine.
like all good
Great.
horror people should.
Epic.
One. Pens down. Let's go to Anthony.
Was it Ends? Halloween Ends?
No. And
Cool.
Bridget.
Glad I did bet nothing.
I said Scream, and then it's got to be one of them, right?
Both incorrect. We were looking for Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th.
Ah,
The second time this year, we got to say Scream, not in horror icons. Thank you.
So,
Now that
your
I don't know
penultimate
what's in that category.
Clearly, you don't. It's fine.
penultimate category is what, Bill?
That would be creature features.
Let's get bets, starting with Bridget.
0.
And Anthony.
I'm going to try one.
All right, here's the
Okay.
situation. If Anthony hits this, he wins the match. If Anthony misses, we move on to the final question. What is
All
the question,
right.
Bill?
Your question. In Jaws, Hooper concludes that the killer shark is still alive when he cuts open the tiger shark and finds that there is no what inside. It's a tense one. I feel it.
Great movie.
I've never seen it all the way through.
What?
I know. You don't have to. I was too busy watching Hard Ticket to Hawaii for the 8th time.
That's fine. I saw this.
Also, my Tubi has been nuked from orbit with all the bad fucking films I watch.
I saw this in the theater a few years ago with Nick and Cody, and it was a great time.
Somebody told me I should watch 4 first. They said it's really something special.
Pens down. It's terrible. Brigit, let's go to you.
Human body parts.
And Anthony.
I said bones.
And your winner, Anthony Tisdall. We were looking for human remains. I think we can accept bones in that we did not ask for specifics. So Anthony, I think, can qualify for that one and hit the correct answer. Bill, thoughts on this match?
This was a blast.
Jeez.
Yeah. That was quite the round 3. But
yeah, we went into the round starting 17-14, and we ended the round 17-14.
Yeah, right. It's like, why were we even here? Why did we need to do it? Because we do it for you people, because we love it. That's why. But no, I mean, honestly, both played well all around. Great game.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was funny, like Brigit hits the one at the end, of course, that she bet 0 on. She bet 0 on all of them, but I get the strategy. It's worked out for her in the past, betting when she doesn't know and betting when she does on a category. And it just so happened that she would have known that one and could have stayed in the game, but I don't blame her for not betting on that. I thought both played fantastic. I think this was the best round 1 Brigit's ever had. They both played fantastic in round number 2. I think the difference here is that steal that Anthony got just kind of got the one up on Brigit. Otherwise, they were neck and neck the whole time. This is an incredible match. Let's go talk to them right now in the post-match interviews. Brigit, like I said, I think this was maybe your best match you've played. Like, you had a fantastic round 1, 7 points in round 1. Spin your strength of YA. Yes, you gave up 1 steal, but you were confident on a lot of other ones. And I think even in round 3, not hitting certain questions, that's why you bet 0. You knew you weren't going to be able to hit those ones, and you played the strategy exactly how I would have told you to play it had I been in your corner as a manager or something. So I think you played fantastic. How are you feeling?
I feel pretty good. I think, like you said, that is the best I've ever played round 1. And there were like a couple of times where I got the right answer and I was genuinely surprised. I didn't let myself get tricked by a couple of those questions that make you second guess yourself. So I'm proud of myself for that. But I did get a couple that I did second guess. But I think I played really well. Anthony was really fun to play against. But yeah, I felt like I did genuinely probably the best match I've ever played, just because all of the right things happened at once. And yeah, my strategy for round 3 is if I don't know for certain and for sure that I know everything in that category, I'm I can't even begin to think about it. Because creature feature, I do know some of the movies in that category, but I don't know a lot of them.
That's fair, and it all comes down to which movies, what's going to pop up, what hasn't popped up yet. I totally get it. So, Brigit, this does mean that this is the end of your season this year, but I still want to see that Adelaide Spence versus Brigit match. Personally,
it's gotta happen.
That's what I want to see so bad. But
my life gets busier, but I will not retire until I play Spence.
Yes, I love it. Brigit, fantastic match today. Congrats on a match really well played. We'll see you next season. Anthony, congrats on another win on the record. You are now, I want to say, 4-6 and climbing the ranks there. And really good match as well. 17 points. You're not your best round 1 because you've gotten a perfect round before, my friend, but 7 points is still great. You did fantastic in Criminal Underworld. You also bet exactly where you should have. I think even though you hit some questions that you bet 0 on, I think you played the strategy totally correct. And I thought this was a really good showing for you. How are you feeling?
I mean, it felt good, especially with Brigit playing as well as she did. Any mistake I made was done. I would have lost earlier on than I did. But yeah, round 1, I fell for the trap. She didn't fall for the trap. I fell right into the trap. So I missed the Halloween one. Could have given me an extra point. The other one's it's a director question. I'm never going to get that right. So just call that what it is. Getting Criminal Underworld helped in round 3, like you said. Just I bet what I needed to and got lucky on creature features. I was like, it can't be that many human body parts. It's got to dissolve at some point. So there should be bones. So bones made sense. But no, felt good. It's good to get a win. Bridget, she's fun. She's great to play. I'm sorry she's done for the season, but she's hilarious and very entertaining to watch. So It was good to play. I'm glad I get to play someone that's fun. I like the fun matches. They're
Yeah.
more my style.
I do too. I've been Nick's on vacation. I've been solo hosting the last few. When I'm, knee deep in baby shit, he solo hosts like 6 matches, and then I get to do it. And when he's on vacation, and it's fun. We've had a lot of fun matches like this one recently where it's competitive, but we have a good time. So I'm glad you had a good time as well. Anthony, the age-old question, because now you're 4-6. You got 2 wins to make up before you can get even on the record again. So you're kind of swimming in this ballpark where there's some like maybe mid-tier players, but not like in the sense of like their knowledge, but just in their records.
Right.
Anybody that you're thinking about to help you get the next win, or do you want us to just throw you someone easy, or do you actually want to be challenged, Anthony?
Oh, no. Absolutely. Please throw me easy people.
Okay.
I don't want to be challenged in any way, shape, or form. No.
Understood.
Throw me someone easy. Of course, if I do ever have a rematch with Zadius, that would also be fun.
Oh, my God.
I feel like that was a good match. And the one time I got a perfect one, I still lose.
Was that last season?
Yes.
Or was it this season? Oh, okay, because that was one of my favorite matches. That was so good. That was such a good match.
Yeah,
But
he's a Cowboys fan, so mid football season, I will just torture him as much as humanly possible.
That's fair. He does have that flag hanging behind his
Very
his
upsetting.
chair, I believe. But Anthony, congrats on a really dominant win. But fantastic job. I thought this was great. We'll see you next time in the next match. Bill, why don't you wrap it up in a nice bow for us? Final thoughts.
It's sometimes fun to just watch 2 people that just enjoy playing and then have a good time. There's usually some bars, but this time it was like mutual respect society. And goddamn, if like Brigit just doesn't have like paragraphs of answers that are always just funny. It is just entertaining as hell. And Anthony going against his old mode and knowing answers to questions. So he'll be the first person to tell you he'd be shocked by that. And,
it's almost like when you watch movies, you
remember things.
Questions. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how that works out. But Bill, thank you for hosting this one with me. Thank you to Nick for writing. Thank you to Anthony and Brigit. I have been Tim. We'll see you guys next time with another great match. But until then, have a great night. See you next time. And fuck Jack. I don't know. Maybe that.
Wow, really? No.
No.
No, poor Jack. Come on.
Go Canada.
I mean.